Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about, as always, Bitcoin, crypto, the stock market, what's going on, how we're going to be heading next. Of course, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates about this crazy crypto market. So, yesterday in our VIP group, guys, we were saying, I'm going to show you right now on Bitcoin updates. We were saying from here that's what we could have seen yesterday, a pushback roughly 64,500, 600, and then it dropped, and that's actually what happened. So congrats to my members, also to those of you who actually listened to me yesterday and picked up this trade over here. We were saying that Bitcoin would have corrected, and actually that's what happened. But the question you're asking yourself, what's going to be happening next? Now, let's go and have a look at the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, we can see that Bitcoin has formed a beautiful hammer over here, which usually signifies a reversal. But at the same time, as we were discussing before, on the monthly chart, we printed a bearish engulfing candle, which usually signifies more downtrend. So the question you're asking yourself, what is the right one? Which one is the right one? So let me show you in a second. I'm gonna show you from here. So let's go to our chart again, our simple chart you always utilize, so we can give us a good idea of what can be happening for Bitcoin right now. So I'm gonna draw like a couple of lines just to show you what I think it could be happening. Right now, Bitcoin is, has broken this level over here. We said in advance that 65,000 was a very strong level of resistance. We would have seen a pullback coming, and this actually what has happened. There are a few things which makes me a little bit bearish, guys. So number one is the fact that Bitcoin at the moment is not showing any strength to push to the upside from $62,000, and also you can see on the daily chart it tried to climb back up again, got rejected, and now looks like it's going into a downtrend. So if I actually have a look at this chart over here, what I might think, I'm gonna go and show you a little bit of thing just for you to have an understanding of what's going on. I'm gonna show you from here to here. It's Bitcoin right now is into this position, and what I could be expecting right now could be a potential push down to this area over here at roughly $61,000 to $60,000. So that could be what could be happening right now, like a little push to the upside, then down again, and then finally one last break to the upside at roughly $66,000 to $67,000. So again, I'm not going to say that this is going to happen 100%, because of course I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide any financial advice. This is only my own opinion, so just do your own research. But what I want to see from here, right, in order for me to enter, let's say, a long position, I would really want this to be oversold around this area, around the 60,500, 61,000, before thinking about entering a long position. But again, if we're going to be able to reclaim this area over here and close above here on the daily chart, then there is a high chance we could be able to go around this area over here. So what I can expect, again, I can show you from here, could be maybe downside from here, and then a movement to the upside. We can also go a little bit more into, let's say, into the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is showing something which makes me a little bit bearish here, and the VIP group, which you can join, link in the description below. The VIP group already knows why am I bearish a little bit over here, and also we put all the entry points over here when to open a long position. But right now, yeah, to be honest, I'm a little bit bearish. Looks we could see more continuation to the downside. I might be completely wrong, but that's what I can see from the charts. Again, maybe something like this, maybe something like this and this and this, and then of course how low we're gonna go to. It's depends, on the charts, and we discussed this a lot on our VIP Discord group. So I think that's it for Bitcoin, guys. So what I can expect, got rejected from 65,000 expectation. We might see more pullback coming. And one other reason why I want to show you why I think the Bitcoin could be still going down is the fact of the S&P 500. I'm going to show you right now. So the S&P was in a bear flag over here, and what we need to understand from here, guys, is the fact that the S&P has done something quite remarkable. So I was saying back in the days that the S&P was into a potential bear flag over here, but as you can see right now, we broke above the bear flag, we touch the Fibonacci retracement around this area, and then we form right now a bearish engulfing candle. But at the same time, we went above this area here again. So we just pumped up to this bear flag again, to the which is now support. So the question we should be asking ourselves is, are we going to continue to go higher, maybe retest, up to here, or we're going to go back into the flag and then have more downside? So in my opinion, this flag doesn't look, it's not like that it doesn't look bad, but doesn't look great, but also doesn't look too bad, to be honest, because also I can see that we retested this area over here, and then there's a pump to the upside. So I guess, today what I want to see, I want to observe what's going to be happening with the stock market, and then of course making a decision for that. I can even go on the 1 hour chart and see a little bit better what's happening right now here. I mean, in my opinion, it looks like that, yeah, this looks more of a continuation to the downside from here. Maybe we're going to go back down to this area. It's quite possible. So I guess we have to wait and see how this is going to progress. We can also have a look at the NASDAQ as well. The reason, guys, why I'm actually analyzing the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 is because the NASDAQ and the S&P in general leads Bitcoin. So we can see what happens, over here with the NASDAQ and with BTC. And even over here, guys, I was actually saying that we could have seen a retracement up to this area, and then we're going to see a pull back again. And look what happened right now. Looks like, we form as well a potential, I'm going to show you a bit better on the 1 hour chart, shooting star over here, or like a hanging man, and we can see like this big movement down to here. So the question we need to see, today is, are we going to be able to break this one? If that happens, of course, then Bitcoin is going to be bullish again. It can rebound very well, but otherwise, if we're not going to be able to rebound this area, then of course the more downside is quite likely. And then of course we might be I guess able to retest down this area over here, and I guess if this is going to happen, Bitcoin could go down to the 61,000 as we were discussing before. I'm also going to show you the DXY as well. Let's have a look at the DXY. What's going on over here? DXY has touched our level of support, our white box over here, as we were expecting before. It looks like it's gonna go, into an uptrend. We can see a little bit better, maybe on the 4 hour chart, so we can have a better idea. The DXY is quite interesting because before, I'm gonna show you from here, we had this beautiful break to the upside like that, but right now looks like it wants to correct a little bit. So if today is gonna go down, let's say back to this area over here, and then does this, maybe we're gonna have a little bit more of a pullback in Bitcoin and the S&P 500. But in my opinion, it looks that the S&P could be probably retesting here, but then move to the upside one more time. And then of course that will coincide with the anticipation of the CPI report. So remember that at the moment, the market is still a little bit unsure because of the 15th of March CPI data. That's very important. You have to remember CPI is going to determine whether we're going to keep going up or we're going to crash down again. So if I had to give you a forecast, I have no idea what's going to be happening with the CPI, but all I can see from the data is that if, of course, CPI comes lower than expected, then we can see Bitcoin pumping to all-time high. Otherwise, if they're going to come higher than expected, then I can see more movement to the downside. So I guess we have to wait and see, but I'm expecting Bitcoin and the S&P to be a little bit choppy for the next few days. And then, of course, we're going to evaluate, when to buy, when to sell, according to the data that's going to come next week. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. Of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you have a question, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow for another update about Bitcoin and the crypto market. Take care, and I'm going to see you soon.